Hello, Algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and we're going to be working on pictures today. We're going to do coin problems, and they're very much like the chemistry problems we were doing yesterday. We're going to set up a chart and get our equations, and then we will solve. So you know what? I'm not even reading the story just yet. I'm getting my chart ready. Now, of course, the way I label my chart will be a little bit different than what we did yesterday, because we'll be talking about different substances, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do this. Sorry about that, I got a little bit distracted. So, chart's looking very much the same, and it says here, Debbie has $3.75 in quarters and nickels. Altogether, she has 27 coins. Okay, how many quarters and nickels does she have? Well, I'm going to write the first coin. Okay, and instead of just writing first coin, I'm going to write quarters. I could write nickels first if I wanted to, but it doesn't really matter. There we go, and here we'll have total. And instead of looking for gallons or liters, we're going to look for the number of nickels and quarters we have, right? And then their value. Okay, and then the money from the nickels, quarters, etc. So how many quarters do we have? Well, we don't know, so we'll call it Q. How many nickels do we have? I don't know. How many total coins do I have? 27. There's my first equation. Q plus N equals 27. Okay, the value of a quarter obviously is 0.25. Remember how I had like 25% in the chemistry problems and I had to use the decimal? Well, here I just use the decimal form of a quarter, 0.25. Decimal form of a nickel, 0.05. Now the total, I don't put anything there because I'm not going to multiply the 27 by anything. Okay, now I still multiply down like I did for the first two columns, 0.25Q, and then I have 0.05N, and that needs to equal the total money. And what was it? $3.75. $3.75. Okay, I don't multiply it because I already have the total money. It's given to me. So my second equation is 0.25Q plus 0.05N, and that'll equal $3.75. So now I'm going to go ahead and do some substitution. I think I'm going to solve for Q, and I know that Q is going to equal 27 minus N. So I'll have 0.25 times the quantity of 27 minus N plus 0.05 N, and that'll equal 375. Let's see here. I think it's going to be 6.75. I'm thinking. Let's try it. Hold on one second. I've got a little mouse trouble. Better get a mouse trap. What was it? 0.25 times 27. Yeah, there we go. If you're wondering how I did that, I knew 25% of 28 was 7, and so I just went 1/4 of the way down. So 6.75 minus 0.25N plus 0.05N equals 3.75. I'm going to get a negative 0.2N, and I have to subtract 675 from both sides. 675, and I believe that's going to be a negative 3, right? And so the number of nickels is going to equal, I'm going to divide by negative 0.2, which is the same as multiplying by negative 5, and so I think the number of nickels is 15. Well, if the number of nickels is 15, then the quarters equals 27 minus 15, which of course is 12. So I have 15 nickels, 12 quarters. And if I wanted to check that really quick, I could make sure it added up to 375. Well, 12 quarters, 4 quarters and $1, divide 12 by 4, I get $3, right? Okay, now 15 nickels. Well, 10 nickels would be $1.50. 5 nickels is 25 cents, so it's $1. Wait, have I made a mistake there? 10 nickels is 50 cents, excuse me. 10 nickels is 50 cents, so I have 50 cents. And then the other 5 nickels make 25 cents, and so that's 75 cents. So together I have $3.75, which I am supposed to have. All right, let's do one more. Same thing. It's almost 100% the same thing as the chemistry problems, just one little difference. Bentley has 100 coins that are all nickels and dimes. If the value of the coins is $6.70, how many nickels and dimes does he have? So, again, let's set up our chart. Okay. And okay, so I've got my chart set up. Okay, so again, what kinds of coins are we talking about in this problem? Well, I am talking about nickels and dimes. And of course, I need my total. I'm worried about the number, the value, and then of course, the money from the nickels, the dimes, etc. So I don't know how many nickels. I don't know how many dimes. I do know the total is 100. The value of a nickel is 0.05. The value of a dime is 0.1. If you want to go 0.10, that's fine. The total I don't worry about there. And let me see here. I have 0.05 N plus 0.10 D. And that needs to add up to be $6.70. Now I can set up my two equations. N plus D equals 100. And 0.05 N plus 0.1 D equals $6.70. Tell you what, I'll do this one by elimination just in case you want to. I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 0.05. And all this means is 5% of 100, which should be a simple problem. So I have this equation, 0.05N plus 0.1D equals $6.70. Now a negative 0.05N minus 0.05D, and that should equal negative 5, right? Yeah, 5% of 100. Okay, so I'm going to add the two equations together. These will cancel. This will get me 0.05D, and this will get me $1.70. Now I'm just going to use a little quick check here. Yeah, that's 1/20th. So I'm going to divide by 0.05 on both sides. Okay, and 34, I'm thinking the number of dimes is 34. And if the number of dimes is 34, then 100 minus 34 means the number of nickels is 66. Okay, and so I have 34 dimes. By the way, 34 dimes is $3.40, right? 66 nickels. Well, let me see here. 5 cents for every nickel. I'm drawing a mental blank here. 20 nickels is $1, right? I have 3 times that amount, so I'm up to $3. 16 nickels would be $3, right? Then 6 nickels would be 30 cents. So right here I have $3.30. So $3.30. And just doing a little check here, look at that, I got $6.70. Okay, there's your 2 examples. The video over the weekend, we did chemistry problems where we would have, percentages of acid or something like that. And then tonight we did coin problems, which end up being the same thing, almost 100% the same. Done very much the same way. The only difference is this one part of the chart doesn't get filled out, and the multiplication's already done for us. We don't need to multiply here. Anyway, all right. So Mr. Lawrence is going to sign off. Have a good night, everybody.